New Year, everyone. Welcome to a brand new year, a brand new month, and a brand new content campaign here on propertytribes.com. And this campaign is running the whole of January. We're so excited about it. We're calling it Landlord Digital Lives, and we are producing it in association with our friends and partners at LendLord. And I am joined on this call to launch the content campaign by CEO and co-founder Aviram Shahar. So Aviram, well, Happy New Year to you too. We're really delighted to host this campaign. We run a content campaign every year because we think it's really important for landlords to get off to a flying start, get back into their businesses. And I think also that over the Christmas and New Year period, there's a time for reflection and a time to think about how they can improve their landlord lives, and we certainly need that after the year we had last year. So it's a great time to host the campaign, and also to encourage landlords to adopt digital technology, because that's really what this whole campaign is about.
Yes, definitely. So Happy New Year, Vanessa, and Happy New Year all. Yeah, you're totally right. If I look back to 2020, it was, a tough year, for many aspects, for many people. But if we take a look from the technology side and adopting digital tools for property investors and landlords, we definitely see, dramatic change. And we see more and more landlords, more and more property investors starting to adopt digital tools in order to improve their landlord lives. Then I think that the COVID-19 expedite many processes in many areas, but you can definitely see it in the property market for any landlord and any property investor. And for us, Landlord and in Property Tribes, it was a very exciting year because we basically had the opportunity to develop the platform in this period with a lot of feedback based on, real needs of landlords. So this is the good side of, this very tough year.
Absolutely. And what's very interesting is that just in December last year, I came across an article that said that it was a kind of survey run by YouGov, and it was talking to companies about how they had survived all the COVID-19 lockdown fallouts. And 80% of those responders said that that data-driven decisions had made their business more resilient. And we can apply this to landlords as well, because there's so many great tools out there like LendLord and like other products and services within the Property Tribes ecosystem that help landlords be resilient. And I think, we've got a challenging year ahead. So it's really now more important than ever that landlords do, adopt digital technology and tools.
Yes, exactly. I think that this is the time. If you haven't done it yet, I think this is the time to start. Basically, it starts from organizing your data, organizing what you have. This is the first thing. Make things in order. Then after that, you can look on what you need, and here also technology with generated insights, AI, and many other things can help you make better decisions. But I think that the first part is important. Even more, first, be organized, put everything in place, make sure that you are aware of your current status, your current situation. And if I take it to landlord, what is your current performance of your properties? What is the data that you need to store on each property? what you need to take a look in terms of compliance, what you need to take a look in terms of the long-term evaluation of your properties. So I think it's very important. I think this is exactly the time, because 2021 is going to be, I think, not, I don't know, perhaps it will be like, hopefully it will be better. But I think in terms of technology, it's, again, this like great opportunity for landlords and property investors that's still managing things with spreadsheets or even with paper, or they just trust someone else to manage the things for them, to use those digital tools, because basically it's very easy to use currently with the current technology, current UX, user experience. The feedback that we get is that the system is very user friendly, so you can easily, import data, manage the data, play with it, look at different scenarios. So just do that, start to understand like what you have, and then the benefit is that you can get the other side is what you need. So I think this is like, there is a great opportunity now to start.
Definitely, and data is most definitely king. It enables you to make far more informed decisions, and you can still use intuition or what you might call your gut feeling, because I think we should all listen to that, because property is of course a people business. But ultimately, digital technology is going to enhance the experience for everyone. And I think what I particularly want to stress is that it's going to enhance the experience for tenants as well. And tenants are digitally minded. They use Uber, they use apps to order their food, they have shopping delivered, they're on Amazon all the time. They've got a phone in their hand all the time, using technology to organize their lives. And landlords, those are your clients, your customers. So you need to be communicating with them in the same arena where they exist on a daily basis.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is the thing, like as a landlord, you need to think how you leverage your business and how you provide the best service. And as you said, the tenants are the customers of the landlord. So definitely when you adopt digital tools and when you adopt other tools that basically help you to interact with the tenants, there are like applications that you can also receive payments online. And many other things, like taking care of the deposit, taking care of the guarantor. And I believe that you can find many information on those aspects on Property Tribes. So I think that definitely take a look, see what you can leverage and provide better service for yourself, but also for your tenants. So yeah, good point.
Indeed. And I think, what we would say, Aviram, is that if you've got a landlord problem, go online to solve it. Now, whether it takes you to Property Tribes to assist you with a problem tenant, or it takes you to LendLord to start managing your portfolio and getting your insights into your portfolio performance, or whether you go to any of the other many platforms out there that are part of the Property Tribes ecosystem, going online, it's going to give you an instant solution, isn't it? And I think one of the key things that COVID did, and again, this could be, I think this is kind of one of the positives that came out of it, was that it did highlight the importance of good communication between landlords and tenants. And I think that, we've said in the past that those that had good tenant communication will have fared a lot better than those that had no good tenant communication or relationships. And this is going to be an ongoing theme, I think, into the future. But what's really interesting is, for instance, using texts, 97% of people open a text. Now, if your tenant hasn't answered the phone or hasn't, replied to an email, then why not try a text? and you've got a good strong chance of getting an answer.
Yes, like text, like you can use even like WhatsApp for texts. I see like more and more communications platform using this technology or like develop their own technology. Yes, for sure, you can use it for track and report maintenance issues. You can like if I look at like those kinds of technologies. But I want like to focus on what you said before, Vanessa, about data. And I think people now, like when you say like go online, it's not just like go online, it's basically take control by gaining the information you need to make better decisions. And Property Tribes is a great example, because they can also, you can use the crowd to get other opinions and feedback on what you did or what you are going to do. And digital technologies tools like LendLord can definitely put the information in front of the eyes of the landlord, and then he can basically make decisions based on data, less on intuition. And if I take like the financing side, so like our platform automate all the finance needs for the property investor and for the landlord, and we basically collect data from many lenders. So basically, you can get a lot of information on what you can get, on what you can achieve with great financial products that are out there. But it's not like a replacement for a mortgage broker. But when you go to the mortgage broker, you come more prepared. You understand your situation. You understand like the lender's situation, what they look at, and if there is a problem, you can fix it. And perhaps you can fix it even before you go to the broker. Also, in terms of your accountant, you can come more prepared by using those kind of technologies. In LendLord, like in one click, you can see all of your income and expenses for the last year in terms of your accounting. You can download the data in one click. You can analyze the data, so you can gain more knowledge by using those tools. So basically, it's like this is the way like to empower yourself, to take control, and eventually grow your property business like wisely.
It's interesting that you mentioned WhatsApp. If I think about it, that's probably become more prevalent even than text now. And I know a lot of landlords that have, HMOs, and they have a little WhatsApp group for the tenants and reporting maintenance and repair issues. And the great thing about digital technology is that it creates an audit trail. So it's very transparent. It's creating an audit trail of, yes, I did respond to that repair request within 24 hours. I did get a contractor or booked in, etc. And these are all very good for compliance and risk mitigation. Landlords can prove that they've acted promptly. I think, we mentioned some of that. I think we've already covered quite a few of the benefits of digital technology, but one of the things I think is interesting is it fosters collaboration, and that's what you touched on briefly there about having a spreadsheet and all the data at your fingertips, being able to show that to your mortgage broker, your tax advisor, and that fosters collaboration with people that are very important part of your team. And I think some of the other things that it's very good for, we've mentioned communication. It's very instant. You can communicate very quickly, get answers very quickly. Digital technology is very agile. It can be updated very quickly. So in the case of LendLord, it can have mortgage products updated as they come into the marketplace in real time. You get instant results from digital tools, again with LendLord. Put in a few bits of data and like magic, it starts to appear in front of your eyes. The other thing, again, that we touched on is it helps you make strategic decisions faster. And, you know, in the challenging environment that we're going to be in for landlords and the private sector in 2021, these kind of things are going to give you the edge.
Definitely. And if you take this side of like decisions, okay, should I purchase this property, or should I sell like one of my existing properties? Here you have to go online, you have to use digital tools. First, in order to do like property due diligence, you have all the data out there. And the second one, look at the numbers. We launched our deal analyzer after like hard work of many months, like in when was it? Like in July, I think.
Yeah.
And many landlords use it. You mentioned, Vanessa, the communication. So professional communication also should be like based on data. So you can analyze deal, but then you want like feedback from a professional, or even from a friend, or from a forum, Property Tribes, for instance. When you use a digital tool, like in one click, you can like generate a report and send it over to someone to review. The good thing with doing it online is that you can also get like feeds that change the perspective as you go. There are tools, we are not doing it right now in LendLord, but there are other tools that are doing that. You can also track like price changes. Like if you, you know, like now like take a look on like a specific property, but you can't make decision now. Like if something changed, you can get alert. This also that perhaps like something that we will add like in the future, like in our roadmap. But it's just like one example. You have all the auctions that, and this is like story that I heard this week, and this is like also trend that might start to happen. Like many auctions will go online. There are already, you know, I think some, I think even many that started to do it to do that. So the trend is that everything goes there, like everything goes online. The deals will be there, the financial products will be there, the lenders will take advantage of, I think that of, let's say you mentioned about the thing of the audit thing. So if you use digital tools, it means something about you. It means that you are perhaps like more organized. All your data is like in one place. You track your rents, you track your expenses, you have audit of the things that you did as a professional landlord. And the good thing is that it's not like cost a lot of time to do that, those stuff. You mentioned that you like enter like your portfolio in December and update some things, yeah, because you know perhaps like once when you need to enter the data, it perhaps takes time. But after that, you just need to tweak the data on some events, and you get alerts because everything is automatic, everything is automated. So I think it's very important. I think that it's not just for you. I think that the providers that can help you achieve more and grow your property business, they will also look at how you manage the things, and they will also need data. And if you can provide this data instantly, then you are like in a better position.
Definitely, and it's been very much the direction of travel that the government has pushed the sector to professionalise landlords. You know, we've been a very fragmented and varied bunch over the years, but you know, the direction of travel is definitely to become more professional, and these digital tools, many of which are free or a small monthly subscription, are really helping landlords do that. And I regard that as very, very positive, because ultimately tenants will also have a better experience if landlords are more compliant, have better communication, and that's something that we would all wish for, that our customers have an enhanced experience of working with us, and it definitely, you know, gives us a bit of an edge. I think what's interesting, Aviram, is that in March 2012, so 9 years ago, I wrote an article called "Are You Going Digital in Your Property Business?" and I will put a link below in this thread, so you can go back and see what I was talking about then. And at the time, you know, nobody was interested in digital tools. They had their analog ways of doing things. They were stuck in those. And I think it's so interesting to look now at how the trend for going digital has definitely been amplified in the last, I would say, 12 months, and definitely giving people who adopt these digital tools an edge, because they get so much more insights, they can mitigate their risk, they can drive growth, they can reduce their costs, they can improve their compliance. So, you know, what's not to love? This, I hope, is going to be the kind of pushing the boulder over the hill to get landlords to think, you know, to use these digital tools, and then once they get over that hump of just, you know, logging in and trying something, they won't ever want to go back.
Exactly. And today also, like, if I take it one step further, if you look at 2012, today, I think we also have the mobile experience.
True.
It changed a lot because everything is accessible from your mobile. So it's also like advantage also for property investor that wants to do other stuff, wants to be very active, and everything is like in one click in his pocket. I think it also changes and give an edge, as you mentioned, for landlords that adopt those digital tools, because everything is like instantly on their hands, and if they need to do some instant decision, they can do it. Or if they need like to consume any, like, you know, information, they can do it easily without dealing with a lot of papers, books, and also spreadsheets. That it's a technology, but it's not enhanced. So yes, definitely.
No, you're carrying your business in your pocket, and it's calls to mind when Nick was he was out mountaineering, and he was on the ice plateau at Aviram, and he was able to authorize the tenant repair from his phone. And I say that because a lot of us get into property to facilitate a lifestyle, whether that's to be, you know, spend more time with family and friends, to go traveling, you know, to do things that we love to do. And, you know, having our business in our pocket, well, it's going to make that even easier, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, this is it. Like, you have everything in your pocket. You can do things remotely. You can make decisions without being present in places. This is amazing. And the good thing is that also you can get a lot of insights, like generated insights. So it's not just the data. The data is important, but what technology can do with the data, and how it can help you understand more things and be better. So it's like another aspect of that, and I think this is something that is evolving, and you see like many tools that use AI to empower like many processes, and I think that we'll see it like as well in the property market. There are many problems that I think that technology can solve, you know, starting from like property valuations and things that we touch on the financial aspects of that, you know, that we believe that technology and data can help you get better finance. And I think that is like another aspect. So So data is the basic, but after that you can get much more than that.
Absolutely. And hopefully over the course of this month of content, we will be demonstrating how to get the most out of digital technology. Let's just give a quick kind of preview of what's coming, Aviram, because the whole month is powered by LendLord. You're kind of the power behind the educational information that's going to be coming out every day on Property Tribes. We're going to be speaking to landlords who have had their businesses transformed by digital technology. We're going to be speaking to companies like LendLord and other non-conflicting businesses that are digitally based, prop tech as it's known, or fintech if it's in the financial arena. And we're going to be talking to lots of different people to get their views on the importance of digital technology, because it's not going to go back to how it was before, is it, Aviram? You know, this change has almost been forced by what's happened last year with COVID-19. People are seeing the benefits of working in a digital format, and it's not going to go back to how it was. And if you don't move with the times, you are going to get left behind. And I think it is going to be more challenging to be a landlord. There's going to be more, competition for tenants, and we should be using all the tools as part of a toolbox to help us run a successful property business.
This is the time you need to do the shift. Use this month with great content to understand what you can achieve using technology. Approach us if you need like specific guidance or an answer. Like I can speak for LendLord, but you can approach through Property Tribes. I think any founder that you see this during this month, if you want to get more information. And we are always here, for Property Tribes audience and LendLord community to help them adopt this technology. We invest a lot of time with users. Like I myself, like doing like several demos every week, just to help people getting started and benefit from using digital tools.
Well, it's great that you use the word shift, Aviram, because that is what's happening. And I'll just finish on this note. I saw something, I think it was on Twitter today, where somebody said, when you think to use the word SH1T, excuse my French, change it to shift. And I thought that was really good, because it's all about solving problems. That's what digital technology does at the end of the day. It provides solutions to issues that landlords face on a daily basis. And as I say, for the rest of the month, we're going to be highlighting that. So thanks ever so much, Aviram, for joining me on this call. Again, this time last year, we'd never, ever done a Zoom interview at Property Tribes. And now it's all we do. There's been a real shift there, which is very interesting. I'm sure we will go back to physical interviews at some point, but it's just so convenient and so easy to do it from our home. And, I can see doing tenant interviews via Zoom in the future, and we've got Cubic Lease that does online tenant referencing. So loads of really good tools out there. But for now, Aviram and I just want to encourage you to tune into Property Tribes daily. We'll be launching a new video every morning, and it will be something about the benefits of digital technology and talking to people, hearing their views of how it's transformed their property business. So please do join us throughout January for our Landlord Digital Lives content campaign. And I can tell you now, because I've recorded a lot of the interviews already, we've got some really cracking content lined up. This is just the start. So we're looking forward to a good month, aren't we, Aviram?
Yeah, I look forward to it, definitely. Stay
awesome.
tuned. Great content. Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa.
So if you'd like to know more about LendLord, please do click across to LendLord.io. Free to use property portfolio management software and much, much more. We've got loads of intel about how to get the most out of LendLords in our LendLord Digital Life category on Property Tribes, which I will link to underneath this video. But for now, just saying, see you tomorrow for the next instalment of our Landlord Digital Lives campaign running throughout January. Stay tuned, it's going to be good.